Here's what happened this week at City Council.
And in our update, as we continue our vaccination efforts, we've seen key COVID-19 indicators start to plateau. So over the last month, the positivity rates remain below 5%. Daily new cases have remained below 20 per 100,000. And our hospitalizations are between 7 and 8%. And so although all these numbers are really good, our hospitalizations within our trauma service area remain the highest in the state. We're at close to 8%, and the rest of Texas is at about 4%. So with that, achieving community-wide herd immunity really is our goal, and it's critical to protecting our city from further impacts caused by the virus. So today, over 61% of the county's population aged 16 and over have received at least one dose of the vaccine, while nearly 39% are fully vaccinated. We continue to lead the state and urban counties in vaccine distribution efficiency, but we're still a long ways off from herd immunity. As of last week, and in partnership with UMC, we've successfully worked through the pre-registration vaccine waiting list. And that list once stood at over 300,000 individuals. So as a result of that, we're now able to offer vaccine registration and vaccine appointment booking at the same time. So we'll continue to offer vaccines by appointment at our convention center hub location and also at our clinic sites that are located across the city, including our Remcon, Stanton, and Alameda sites. Also, beginning this week, we'll activate pop-up vaccination sites and events across the city, and we'll be getting notice of that out to the public when we stand those up. So again, our efforts now are to vaccinate to reach herd immunity, so we'll continue expanding our outreach efforts. In the meantime, we have to continue to follow all the safety protocols, like wearing face coverings, washing our hands frequently, and keeping socially distanced regardless of whether we receive the vaccine or not.
This was a budget update, again, continuing along what we've done with the City Council over the last several years, continue to provide updates as we continue to develop the budget for this coming fiscal year. This budget update really continue to focus on the discussions we've had over the last several months, obviously looking at the response to COVID, and also looking at how we're going to continue to provide the services, some of that have been deferred over the last couple of years, the last 18 months really with the health impact on our community. Really focusing again on continuing providing the core services for our community. So the strategy behind our recommendations as we develop this budget for the coming year, again, continue to invest heavily in our police and fire departments, investing heavily in our streets, which we've made a lot of progress in over the last several years, and then phasing in our quality of life services, which we began to do so over the last couple of weeks with the opening of our zoo and some of our recreation centers and some of our outdoor sports. And also this is important to the community because this obviously has an impact on the services that we're providing as an organization for our community.
Item 24 on the City Council agenda was an update on the conservation easements for Knapp Land and Lost Dog areas. These are two properties where the City Council directed that we proceed and enter into conservation easements. The agreement is between Frontera Land Alliance, El Paso Water, and the city. The update provided City Council and various details that are included in the agreements to include what the city will be allowed to use the property for, what Frontera's responsibilities are, as well as El Paso Waters, and as well as include all the prohibited uses of the property. In essence, allowing for basic passive recreation to include hiking, biking, photography, non-vehicle type of recreation uses will be allowed under this conservation easement. We're saving under this conservation easements over 1,000 acres on the Lost Dog area and over 350 acres on the Knapp Land area on the east side of the city, northeast side of the city. With this and all this open space being adjacent to the state park, it just adds to the great outdoor amenities and quality of life facilities that we have for our community.
Council approved an amendment to the 45th year annual action plan for the federal entitlement that allows us to deploy just over $700,000 in CARES Act CDBG funding. This is needed so that we can address the ongoing needs of the homeless in our community as we continue to grapple with the ongoing impacts of COVID-19. This is important to our community, not only because it allows us to protect this most vulnerable population, but also because it allows us to continue to prevent an outbreak among this population, therefore preventing an outbreak amongst the broader community.